Hey, how are you doing, friends? Welcome back. Are you a DV lottery applicant? Here is a short explainer video for you. What do we know of the selection process? In this video, we are going to discuss several things that we know about the selection process. Here we go. The selectees for every year, that is the number of selectees per year, it differs from the other years. Every year has its own number of selectees. There is no standard number of selectees that should be in the DV lottery. Every year, there is a different number of selectees. Up to now, from history, we've seen selection numbers rising up to between 90,000 to about 120,000, with each year varying and is different from the other year. We know that the selection process is randomized. It is totally random. Every applicant that enters the DV lottery is given an equal chance. It is not based on any merit, so to say. All people that apply, despite of their level of education, despite of their work experience, the profession, the title, the status, everyone has an equal chance, and it is completely random. The next thing that we know about the selection process is that it is done by the computer programs. So the computer programs randomly selects the winners. The next thing that we know is that it is done in phases. So to say, we have the first phase, the second phase, and so on. And what happens in those phases? In the first phase, the selectees are selected randomly from the whole number of applicants. And then once they come with the selectees, let's say around about 120,000 selectees, then they shift to the second phase. And this second phase involves thorough checking, going through each applicant's information, and then eliminate those who did not meet the requirements. What they do check, we know this from a document that was presented before a court from KCC, that they do check the photo requirements. So in this phase, the photo requirements will be put to test. Was your photo up to the requirement? Did it meet the qualifications? And then if not, you are knocked out of those selectees from the first phase. The other thing they check is the double entry. If you ever did the application twice, then you are totally disqualified from that selection. So you are knocked out as well. And as this phase continues, all those people that had errors and they have been removed from those number of selectees, they leave a gap. They leave a space. Those spaces that are left by these people that have been eliminated, they are called holes. The next thing that we know about the selection process is that each region is treated separately. For example, the Oceania region will be treated separately. We will have selectees from the Oceania region, and it will begin from a low case number up to a high case number. Then we come to Asia region. It will be treated separately in the selection process, and we will have case numbers from the lowest to the highest. Same case applies to the Africa region, from the lowest to the highest case numbers. Then to the EU region, from the lowest to the highest. To the North American region, from the lowest to the highest case number. And also to the South America region, from the lowest to the highest case number. So each region will have its own numbering. The next thing that we know, and it is related to the previous one, is that there might be a possibility that you find similar numbers from various regions. This is what I mean. You might find case number AF 18,000 in Africa and EU 18,000 in Europe, or AS 18,000 in Asia. So we might have similar numbers, but what makes them different is the prefix. If it is 18,000 case number from Africa, it will start with 2023 or 2025 AF, the prefix AF. If it is from EU, then it will have 2025 EU 18,000. If it's from Asia, it will have 2025 AS 18,000. So similar numbers, but with different prefixes. The next thing that we know about the selection process is that once the first selection has been done, and then the second phase, which involves knocking away or knocking off the selectees with errors and mistakes in the applications, if the number of people or selectees that have been removed due to errors reduces the number of selectees significantly to affect the process, there is a requirement of adding other selectees to suffice the requirement. And they will do that from the following numbers. If the selection was up to 120,000, if they need to add, they will add from the number that follows 120,000. That is 120,001 onwards. I repeat, if the total number of holes that have been left reduces the number of selectees significantly to affect the required amount of selectees in that year, then there will be a need to add more selectees. And they will add the more selectees from the following numbers. The number that follows the highest case number in the first selection. They will add from that number all the way upwards until they suffice the requirement. Finally, and this is not the least of them, we know that the highest case number does not denote the number of selectees selected. In other words, there are not as many selectees as the highest case number. For example, if for this particular DV lottery, they have a high case number of 122,000, there are not as many as 122,000 selectees there, because there are holes that were left out. So you might be having a case number 124,000, but between the lowest case number and your case number, there are only 50,000 selectees. The rest are holes left by those who are removed. And therefore, if you think that your case number is that high, you might find out that your case number might not be that high because below you there might be many holes. I hope you've understood that. So thank you guys for watching this video. I know you've learned one or two things. If you find it good, please don't forget to like, give the video a thumbs up, and share with your friends. Let them know of this. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and put the bell on. Very important, push the bell on, and let's meet in the next video.